Hey guys, welcome back to another day, no adventure. I'm just renting out this house here. This house in this little castle, this house by the castle in the outskirts of Czechia. That's Germany over there. We're just in the outskirts of the Czech Republic now because it's good to need some peace. I'm just here walking with my best mate, Barney. So yeah, and because Prague got a bit, it's good for 2 days, but you know, it gets a bit stressful all the times in the capital city. You know, you want some peace and quiet, and this is the perfect getaway escape. Just hide in the hills and have the house all to myself. Sometimes a bit scary, especially when Barney's back in the night time. I think someone's outside just looking at me through the windows. I can't, you know, but I can't see them, which is, it's like something out of a horror movie. But yeah, I went up this walk yesterday, and there's a castle, I don't know if it's a castle or a church, but like, looks like a Persian kind of a castle, something from Prince of Persia or something, you know. So they have another one up here. I'm not sure if they have these all around Western Germany or you know, all around Eastern Czech Republic. They used to have the German border just there, but I think they pushed it back. That's when the guy rented this house off anyway. Said just rented it for a few days just to get an escape from the city centre and a bit of peace and quiet before I go back to Prague. I've no idea what this is. But anyways, I saw lots of beautiful girls, lots of beautiful girls in Czech Republic. And it's good, but it's also kind of stressful because you always have to, you know, you want to approach them, you talk to them. I had to approach every single one that I approached. I think 99% of the ones that I approached, the girls always stopped and talked to me and looked at me all googly-eyed and everything. They are beautiful, but they follow society all the time, you know, like what Instagram thinks and what people think, and they're stuck in society. They're not free, you know, like a lot, not just these girls, but all of them all around society, the world in this day and age. And I've just been for a run. I've been running with Barney and I'm full of a cold, that's why I'm breathing heavy. But yes, every single girl I approached was probably with a boyfriend or with someone else. But even so, you know, you have these beautiful girls and they're always with just average kind of Joes. And I think that's kind of good and bad because you know, it's okay. It makes me and other people think, oh, we don't have to try so hard. We don't have to be extra great to get these girls. But they're so stuck into being boyfriend. They just want boyfriends, and you know, they're not into one night stands or anything. Well, they probably are, but you know, once they get a boyfriend, they're still stuck in the head of just like every time I approached a girl, you know, I was with a guy and asked them, hey, how do you guys get together? You know, you guys boyfriend and girlfriend? And I said, oh, not yet, but soon. And they do the whole, I mean, I was like that, you know, 21, 18, you know, I was thinking, oh, I need a girlfriend, I need this, I need that, I need this. I wasn't free. I was so stuck in my own Disney narrative. I was so deluded. You know, I had no idea that once I was free, once I didn't need anyone or anything and just pushed myself to travel the world, that's when the fear and not the fear in a good way, the fear and the excitement, I never felt more alive in my entire life. I felt like my blood was on fire for the first time I travelled the world by myself and decided to put it all online. Decided to screw society, what society thinks, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, the whole getting married and getting a job and getting a car and getting a big house and settling down, getting a mortgage and all this kind of stuff that everyone else does. I kind of threw that out the window. And I decided to live my own narrative, and since then, you know, not needing anything or anyone, pushing myself and just, you know, taking risks. That's when I felt most alive. But when I escaped from England for the first time, I ran away from England. live my own narrative, give my middle finger up to society's expectations and everything. That's when I felt most alive, and it's such a shame that these girls don't realise that until by the age of 25, and in this day and age, that's when they hit the wall. No one can ever tell them the truth as well, because everyone's too scared to tell them the truth for their own good, But yeah, I was all around Prague, and yeah, the girls, I saw a beautiful German girl. She was with a boyfriend. She was around 2019 or whatever. And the boyfriend was just like, she looked at me all googly eyed. She was showing this, she was interested, but obviously she couldn't do anything because she was with a boyfriend. And it's like, you only live once. They don't realise that by next year they would have probably hit the wall because of social media. She would have given it all up. Some average guy that was just in the right time and the right place. And they're so spoiled. They have no idea. Like, Czech guys, or all these places with beautiful women, where beautiful women are, the guys are so spoiled and they never become anything. They never achieve their potential. Like the quote by Henry Cavill says, you give a guy sex, food, cheap entertainment, and then he'll throw his dreams right out the window. That's why these guys, these fighters, these actors, these musicians, all the best are from either England or USA, because we don't have everything so easy with women. The women are horrible, they're disgusting, but yet they think that they're 10s. And the girls here were so nervous, like the 10 out of 10 girls I approached, with the boyfriends or whatever, they were nervous, they were fumbling and stuff, and they just wanted to settle. I think that's because with social media it causes enough nerves and stress, when you're getting it, and people, Big Brother being everywhere, and they feel like they're under surveillance all the time, that at the end of the day they just want to chill with an ordinary Joe kind of guy. But yeah, you see these athletes and MMA fighters, and they're with horrible, disgusting women, and then you see these average Joes who just, they're not great looking. They're just in the right time and the right place that these women settle for, these girls settle for, and then these girls their lives end up over because they end up miserable because they waste their potential on guys just because they settle, and they don't realise that until it's too late. They waste it all, and then the next year they're used up, and their youth and prime is over like that because they just give it all up to some ordinary guy who's a spoiled guy. And the guy's always docile. Like, I'm there, I could still probably, I don't steal a girl, I don't, ask for their Instagram or anything like that in front of them, because I respect, but when I grew up, I went to an all-boys school. We didn't have such girls like that, or in university. Then when I went to university, I was still into training all the time and pushing myself all the time. But it's such the biggest waste. And just for their own good, they need to open up their eyes to freedom and stop being so chained down. Because these girls always end up, they have a window, like you see them, they're hot for about a year, and then the next year when they're 20 or whatever, or 21, then their life is over and used up, and they're usually miserable or suicidal just from settling, because social media has made them 90% of the day on social media, and they have no time to be free or to fight through their limitations. Whereas before social media, we always used to push ourselves, we always used to say, fuck society, stick a middle finger up to it. But in this day and age, everyone's trying to fit in, and it's the most pathetic thing ever. Like the famous quote by Napoleon Hill. It says, the main reason why people fail is because they follow what society, friends and family think. And that's all they do. And if you follow that kind of lifestyle, just caring about what other people think, what society thinks in your circle, then your life might as well be over. It's just the biggest waste. I wonder what the noise was, but it was the trailing. Me and Barney got lost through these woods here, just over here. We got lost and we were treading through nettles up to my waist, no, up to my chest. And I spent like all the day in bed because my legs were stinging. Me, you know, I'm adventurous. I like to go off path sometimes. But I'm sorry about that, Barney. Won't happen again. What happens today? We're going to go see the castle and go to the path. Yeah, we came across a castle I want to show you, and because we tried to go straight to the top of the hill because I thought if we could see the top of the hill, we'll be able to see Germany because we're just on the border right here. But it's so peaceful here. It has like a totally different atmosphere. Maybe it's the high altitude. I don't know. Time also seems to slow down. I noticed that usually when I go to sleep and I'm expecting the alarm clock to wake up, and I look at the alarm clock thinking, Jesus, it's going to be way past the time. But I'm thinking, no, it's only an hour's gone by. I don't know why. Time seems to slow down. Maybe that's in peaceful. This is like I was going to do a Rocky 4 montage at the because I'm living at a kind of farm. I'm looking after chickens and ducks and feeding them and everything and chopping wood. But I'm full of a cold today. I came down with it yesterday. It's my birthday tomorrow. Yeah, we went all around. So I thought, we'll go off path a bit. We'll come back, let's go explore. And we ended up going through all these woods here. And that was a bad idea because these woods, if you look, I think they had a plane over. I think they have planes and helicopters going over them regularly because people get lost and die in these woods quite a lot. I think they call them missing 404 or something in USA. But if I noticed on the car ride over here, though the woods just stretch forever. These tall trees, you can never pinpoint your location because everywhere looks the same with these extra tall trees. And yeah, me and Barney got lost. And so it's like a Lord of the Rings kind of venture. And I was so grateful to get Barney out. I almost had to carry him. Went up I think we were lost for about an hour. I was starting to fear for my life but then we eventually just followed downhill as fast as we could, and then eventually saw the field. But we had to guide ourselves out of the nettles and the grass, the spiky grass and branches that were up to our chest. I'm just glad Barney's okay because I didn't want his paws or anything to get hurt. I mean, my ankle, I've already got plaster all over my hand and my ankle from injuries the past few days from doing heavy labour work and chopping wood. And I almost chopped my finger off with the scythe in the grass. But yeah, this is this is good to get all sides of Czechia, Czech Republic. More people stay in the city and they get caught up in the city life. Like I mentioned in my past video, I came across the girl from Slovakia who went to live in LA. She was really cool and free and open-minded. You know, some people call her crazy. She said, I don't understand that, you know, because everyone does to people who are free. I think here, yeah, that's where we got lost. We went through these woods here, we went all downhill, and then we just kept going and going and going and going and going until I was scared of snakes or something, but I don't think they are any. I mean, if they were poisonous or dangerous snakes or animals around here, we probably wouldn't have been attacked yesterday. But there's a little camp up here where people come for summer camp that have cabins and a little pond. But this place is completely empty, so if you get lost in here, you'll probably die because no one can find you. There's hardly anyone up here. We live next to a small little village. It's called Brod. Yeah, Brod. And it's like a population of like 100, so no one's going to be coming up into these woods and just stumble across you. Yeah, I was going to come up here and do a bit of Rocky montage as well with these Rocky 4 montage with the logs. But next time when I get over this cold, and my hand has healed, so I could do pull-ups and everything. Because I almost cut my finger off. The cut was really deep. It's been healing for like 4 days. It's still not healed. And I've also got my foot. Yeah, if you can see it. Yeah, that's been that for. It was worse before. It's been like that for almost a week. It's been healing for almost a week, so that's good. That's good now. That's 40% healed. But before, he wouldn't stop bleeding at all. Dropped a heavy pallet on the back of my leg. Fell off. But yeah, it's really peaceful. You don't feel any agitation or something. Yeah, and I think what social media does. That's why a lot of these girls, when I approach them, they're very. I mean, I'm nervous, but they feel the nerves, and it's like even when I exercise, I work out like a madman before, but I'm still nervous. I'm thinking of just like not exercising before and just like going up to them and just just waking up and just like not caring, just having a quick shower, just duck under a cold shower for like 5 seconds, then going out, because that's the way I want to, without putting on a good impression. But they always ask, like, oh, where you from with this, and they want to hear something good or reason to talk to you, and then they get nervous. The castle's just over there. But yeah, I'm not sure about Czech girls. I thought they were going to be the best, and a lot of them are. A lot of them are really receptive, really cool. But in the Prague, in the downtown, it's really touristic, so it's hard to talk to them because everyone's in a rush. I think a lot of the girls I met that were really cool were probably in Shopping Harbour or some shopping centre in the non-touristic places where it's kind of chill, much less chill, much less busy. Because, I mean, if I met those girls here by themselves, which they'd never be because the guys are always overprotective of them and society's screwed with trying to make girls unfree, trying to trap them in the prison out of jealousy and fear. But if I met them here, it would be completely different. This is all about environment, no matter how much you try. I mean, I work out like a madman before like an hour, just like pushing myself just so I'm not a slave to my environment, just so I'm not a byproduct of the environment. So I still keep myself, so I'm still sweating, I'm still pumping blood and beam, so I can deal with anything. That's the castle over there. It just has a little lake. That's why I keep moving. Once the cell wants to get too comfortable, then you just end up, as Bruce Lee says, flowing water never goes stale. Even when I fell in love with the Brazilian girl I was trying to get to her when I was in Holland, I was running like all day, every day, to try and sweat all the secondhand smoke out of my system, or the secondhand marijuana out of my system, to not be a product of my environment, to keep myself. I don't know about my soul, I don't know about that, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I think I could have picked some of these girls up, just there and then. Like if I say, oh, do you want to go to the bathroom? You want to do something. I've never done that though. I've always wanted to do that, so I might do that, just push myself to say that. Because every time I give them a compliment, because obviously when I approach them, they have their family or friends. I think the only ones that I've approached in Prague that haven't been surrounded by protective guys or the dad or the parents has been Ukrainian girls. Ukrainian girls, and Russians, they're pretty strong, they're independent, they can do anything. And they just stand in front of me and just look at me, go googly-eyed. And I think they want you to take them there and then. They don't want to do the whole Instagram and WhatsApp thing. Unless they're just really friendly and really nice. Because they stop and they show their hair twirling, they show all the signs that they're interested. But then, so I thought, okay, I'll ask for the Instagram. But then they say they don't have Instagram, which is obviously a lie, because every girl has Instagram. And then you ask for the WhatsApp and say, oh, they don't have it. But no, I think that happened only one Ukrainian girl, but the rest give me their Instagram. But I kind of like that, because then it makes you just do stuff there and then on the spot. Because when I see the Instagram, the girl sees one post she doesn't like, and just gets in her head about it, and starts to overthink it, and then it's over, you know. That's social media screwed you up. People take things too serious or too literal, thinking it means anything when it doesn't. You know, 'cause I just post things for a laugh. And if people don't want that, you know, that's the kind of girl that I don't want. But every single girl that I get their WhatsApp, that works out 100%. But if they get their Instagram, they just kind of think, oh, this guy, he hasn't got he hasn't got a million followers and all this kind of stuff. He hasn't got the blue tick and everything. They judge you by all this BS rather than how they feel. And in person, it's completely different. In person, they approach you, they do the hair twirling, they feel the sexual energy and everything, and that's why I'm thinking, just saying, okay, come to my hotel room, do that there and then. I'm going to test that theory, because I think it'll be positive. I think it'll, because I get many girls to say that, and they say, oh yeah, I get the Instagram, and then I message, oh, come back to my hotel, and I say, oh, maybe later, and then they kind of look at my Instagram, and then they kind of overthink it. They, oh, this guy doesn't fit in my social circle because society's told them all these rules that they need to follow, because then they regret them when they get older, and they end up like the girl that went to LA, and everyone calls her crazy. She ended up really frustrated and really angry at the world, because they realised how the world has screwed them over with their rules, and not in a good way. So I just want our girls, you know, and our people just to be happy and free. Because I mean, I'm happy. I'm at peace now up here in the mountains and the hills. I'm at peace. I don't feel sexually frustrated at all. But I think in the city or some other places where you're even close to it, you do feel that, because you feel the stress, the noise from people. When you're in the city, you feel like even if you're in your own apartment, you feel condensed, like a little rat in a trap, you know, in a cage, and you can feel the noise around you. It's like static TV, you know, when you turn on static TV, that's what it feels like. You just want to turn it off because of all the noise. So like, you just went, I just want peace and quiet. Everyone would you can feel the energy all around you. And energy is the only thing that's real, you know, what we are. Girls want, you know, they judge by words and fakery and everything fake, which is the biggest waste. Because yeah, these girls, they see, I mean, I do a few girls lined up, but after they don't realise that they haven't felt my energy for a while, so they might just not be interested. But every girl WhatsApp I get, it goes perfectly, because there's nothing there, no BS to judge by, no numbers to judge by, no likes. Oh, he's got this many likes, like that. It's like Bob Marley says, if you judge by numbers, you'll never be happy, because numbers go on forever and never stop. So yeah, that's the castle just over there. Can't really see it from here. Where's that? The spire. Yeah, they're all shaped like something from Persia. Yeah, the girls approached in the mall. Even when I just arrived here, I was all sweaty and everything was stinky. You know, in the quiet mall, they were really receptive. But I thought, oh, I don't get their Instagram, I don't get their WhatsApp, I'll just leave it for another time when I'm better. But I think life gets in the way, and that next time never comes, so it's always better. So I'm going to test that theory. I'm going to test. Let me know in the comments if any of you guys done that. Just say, oh, let's go to the bathroom. Let's have a quickie, real quick. You know, real like taking the bathroom right now. Do your doggy style and all that kind of stuff. Because I've never done that. I think I would have done it in my 20s if I think I would. I mean, in my early 20s, I would have done that probably. Or even now, but even now I'm feeling it much more. But I get caught up in my own head of doing the. I mean, I'm not a hypocrite, you know. I see these girls, you know, they learn this stuff from society, and they get in their own head about how to do things, and they end up wasting their life because they don't realise how much it's taken over them subconsciously. Oh, I need to get a boyfriend, I need to obey what society thinks. Because even me, when I approach a girl, I still sometimes go in robotic mode. Like I think, oh, it's time for me to say this, it's time for me to say that now, it's time for me to say that. And it's just, you know, oh, I've got the friends here, don't I? I've got to say this, I've got to do that, you know. And yeah, I might just throw the rule book out the window. Because when society teaches these rules, they just become a robot like everybody else, rather than they lose their fire. So we all, including me, we need to get our fire back and just be real and honest on the spot. You know, in person, not through text, because then they end up not judging by the tone, not judging by the energy, not judging by the eyes, which are the only thing that's real. They judge by text and fakery and numbers, and then they wonder why they end up miserable and with regrets and used up and aging twice as fast. It's like in McDonald's with the 16-year-old that looks... I met a 16-year-old who has a baby and everything, and she's 16, she looks 40. You know, you see girls like this all the time. It's just because social media and this lifestyle has made them sick and made them angry. You know, whereas I don't show much hate to people, because I'm happy with my life, living my life. I've been traveling the world and pushing my limitations every single day. Like I've been 110 days training every single day, non-stop. Even when I had a cold yesterday, I still did some exercise, trained a bit. But yeah, once a girl gets social media, she gets attention, and it's like her life is almost over if she's not intelligent, if it all goes to her head. And no one has the chance to tell this. And you say this, you want to say this to girls for their own good, you know, to keep being real. Don't be spoiled and deluded by social media for your own, or else it's all going to go to your head, and then you're going to end up spoiled and miserable and used up, and your life's going to be over before it's even began. You know, but they take the easy path, which is the biggest waste. But yeah, lots of Ukrainian girls in Prague, which you call, and every single one Ukrainian girl, no matter how weird or how weird is good, you know, no matter how I looked, even if I look scraggy or something, they've always been really cool. So I might go to Ukraine, or I might go to Western Slovakia, where I was last time, in Košice, and it's easy to flee there. Yeah, I met a Ukrainian girl. Barney, see the road? Ukrainian girl, 2 Ukrainian girls. They look like models up there from far away. They were all dressed up in like real... I got their Instagram and I did like a video with them, but they're too shy. They're really shy and sweet. But yeah, like I said, they settle for like... I mean, that guy that they're with, a lot of times, sometimes with those guys, but the guy that they're with, those guys could never get a girlfriend in UK, ever. Like their entire life, they would be incels their entire life if they were in England, because they're just like less than ordinary, like less than average Joes, you know. But yeah, but these Ukrainian girls, they were great. Every single one Ukrainian girl I've had a great... Bunny, Bunny, come on. Bunny, come on. Bunny. Good boy. I thought you knew how to keep the road. He's really well trained, this dog. Like, he's really serious. Even my buddy was less well trained. Yeah, buddy, what if you do? I keep calling him Buddy to remind him of my old dog. He keeps hopping every time he sees a mouse, and he's so cute. He finds mice all around here. Don't kill the mice, mate. Come on. Still a living thing. But yeah, every single Ukrainian girl has been amazing. You know, you just feel at ease with them. You can just talk to them about anything. Well, other girls, they feel kind of itchy, like, oh, some big people are watching, you know, everyone's, what about this, what about that? But obviously you do have the bad side, because they are head up their own ass, a lot of Ukrainian girls, with the media and all the flags, everything everywhere. They do have the head up their own ass. They go, oh, we're Ukrainian, we're the best. I mean, you know, Ukrainian girls stand out. They just have the energy. Sometimes it isn't just the blonde hair and the blue eyes, but the blonde hair and blue eyes does give them away, with the way it glows, but also their energy. Mate, we might want to go this way, mate. I think we've not been that way, but let's go. This way goes to the cabin. Remember, we saw this camp I think students come here, high school students come here for like a summer camp. They have 2 cabins and a lake and stuff. It reminds me of something like Band of Brothers. Barney, wait on me. Near the end of Band of Brothers, when they reach Hitler's nest, and it's high up in the mountains and everything's colourful and green and blue and fresh air. Yeah, when I wake up in the morning at 7 AM, it's to let the ducks out and feed the sheep and everything, feed the ducks and feed the chickens. It is chilly. Like this, I don't think even when it doesn't. Here we are, guys. So we arrived at this place again, this little camp. See, I'm going to go to Ukraine. I'm going to see what it's like there approaching girls. I'm sure approaching girls there is much more. Even the girls are on Instagram up front of them, they're really cool. But I think they, even these girls that I think I know about Ukrainian girls, they all dress up and do their makeup. Like no matter what, if you got a big girl, even on the first date, she will come and she'll dress up all really feminine, you know. So I'm going to test that out. Really, if we can't find any kickboxing school or anything, MMA school to do here. No, Barney, he went for a swim in the lake before yesterday. I don't want him to do it again because I don't want him to get almost drowned or anything. No, he really wants to go as well. I know how you feel. I used to go climbing mountains and running, and then I used to swim in the sea, and like even in Prague, I got shouted at because I swam in the fountain. Because I'm a real beast, I'm a real dog like Barney. We're the same thing, we're one and the same, because even though the fountain had dirty water, I still had to swim in just to wash off all the sweat. And this Turkey gypsy, which you have a lot of Turkish gypsies around this place, just came up to me, started shouting at me like, oh, blah, 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 that shit, shout. At Prague, a person, a European person wouldn't do that because they're civilized. But yeah, he started shouting at me like I thought I was in Rio de Janeiro again. He reminded me of the Brazilians there. No, mate, I know you want to swim. Okay, well, let them go. But here's where they come for summer camp, and Barney found a mouse here yesterday. They just rent these out. Okay, we'll go for a short little my little getaway up in the mountains. Cooking some good stuff. Gonna have some tomatoes to it now. We grow our own fruit and veg. That's our own apples and pumpkins. Yeah, just rent this house out in paradise. It's a bit of a go away now. Where's Barney? Where are you, mate? Got some ducks, feed the ducks and the sheep and the chickens there. Have to feed them twice a day and water the flowers. Oh, there they are, it's the chickens. What are you doing here, guys? Yeah, high up in the mountains, we have Germany that way. A little town of Brod just down there.